Window tints make such a huge difference on a car. They keep the interior cooler, they keep it from getting damaged, and of course, they look pretty awesome as well. And today, I'm gonna be installing some brand new window tints on my BMW F10 535i, of course, at Monza Detail and Custom Works. They have such amazing products, they have great customer service, and of course, like I said, I'm gonna be taking my car over to them today to install some brand new Autobahn i3 ceramic window tints. As you can see, they're already on, but more on that later in the video. Make sure to stick around until the end to see the final result. That's right, brand new tints for my car because, well, honestly, my tint is coming off a little bit. I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but in real life, the tint is getting all wavy and old and it's actually coming off. And you can see here, I have a sticker from a tint place that did these tints back in 2013. So it's been 12 years since the tint has been added. So honestly, I can't expect anything better than what it's at right now, right? And you can see here in the corner, actually, it's falling off. It's like just totally like flaking off. I can even like move it around. The tint is old. The tint is fine, but it's just coming off. It's peeling, it's getting wavy. I'm really not sure if you can see it, but the quality of the tint obviously has degraded over the course of 12 years. So what I'm gonna do is, like I said in the intro, I'm gonna take my car to my guys at Monza Customs and Detail Works, where they do a bunch of work. They do vinyl wraps, they do PPFs, they do window tints. They actually like fix cars, they repair them. They do a whole bunch of stuff. I'm gonna be taking my car to them to install some brand new tints. So they're gonna get rid of these old tints that are falling off, and we're gonna install some brand new tints on the windshield, the side windows, and even the rear window. Because right now, I don't have tint on the rear window, and it looks a little bit funny when my shade is down. Right now, my shade is up and you can't really see it. But when my shade goes down, it's literally a fishbowl. It's like a TV displaying everything inside, and it's really annoying. So of course, I'm gonna get some new tint, and I'm very excited. So honestly, there's nothing much to do here at home. Let's head over to Monza, and I'll catch you guys there. We'll talk more about that when we get there. Let's do it. All right, we have made it to Monza finally. You can tell that I did give my car a quick little wash. I gotta figure this whole paint out. This is really annoying, but we are at Monza and finally we can go ahead and say hi to my guy. Real quickly though, let's take a look at this tint. This tint is definitely falling off. I'm not sure if it's picking it up on camera, but you can see the little waves there. Of course, I showed you guys this. That is just falling off and it's ridiculous. It's also falling off here. Like I said, I don't have rear window tint, so it's literally just a fishbowl. You can see straight through it. This needs fixing, and finally, of course, like I said, I am here at Monza. So let's go inside and say hi to Saad. Let's see where he is. Hey, what's up, man? How you doing?
How's it going?
Good to see you.
Right.
So tell everyone real quickly what we're going to be doing to my car.
So we're going to remove his old tint, that old crusty old tint. We're going to remove it, replace it with some really high performance Autobahn ceramic i3 tint. Highest end in the world, 93% IR, 99% UV rejection. You're not going to feel the Texas heat anymore, my friend.
Absolutely, that's definitely necessary, especially since I don't have rear window tint at all. Yep. So I really need some tint, and of course, my guys at Monza are hooking me up. I do have to say, like I always say, this video is sponsored by Monza, but I just want to let you know that, like I always say, I don't have any bias or anything. I always keep all of my sponsored videos unbiased with my pure, neutral opinion. But I think the only thing left to do right now is, I guess, get the car in, and then
knock it off.
Yeah, awesome.
Right.
Let's do that. And just like that, the F10 is in Monza. It's right in the warehouse, and unfortunately, Saad did tell me that it's gonna get very dirty because of all, you know, the spraying and the grease and everything for the window tints, even though I just washed it, and I gotta say, it looks really, really good right now. Saad also told me that it does look like an M5, which I do actually get a lot more than I thought I would. Everyone kind of just assumes it's an M5, just kind of, I guess, from the rear and the side and the wheels especially, for sure. But you know what? I don't mind. I'm flattered. Now all that's left to do is wait for the tint guy to come on in, and then of course he's gonna go ahead and start moving the tint, and I will try to film as much of it as possible, of course. So we got right here our tint, Autobahn Performance Films. Tell me, Saad, what is this tint and what makes it so special?
So this is a multi-layer ceramic film. So it basically means that it has multiple layers of ceramic particles imbued and embedded in the tint itself. This is one of the most highest heat ejecting films on the market. We get up to 93 to 99% of IR rejection, which is infrared radiation, which is most of the heat you actually feel in the car. The level of heat rejection you get, it changes your whole driving experience. So if you put this on the sides and your windshield, whatever, you're not gonna feel heat. Plus it adds a very good, it has a very nice shade to it. It has a very premium shade to it. It doesn't yellow or, turn purple in a couple of years. And
And so tell me, what shades are we doing today?
So we're gonna go 33% on your two front windows to keep it legal. State legal here in Texas is about 25%. Or we're gonna do a smidge higher because your glass from the factory does reject some kind of some visible light. So we're gonna tread on the side of caution. So 33% on your two front windows, and on the rear we're gonna go for a 22% shade. So it's gonna give you a nice, slightly dark shade. It's not gonna be a full limo shade, but that's also what you want. You still want to be able to kind of not go that dark.
Yeah, yeah.
Have
Something like this.
Exactly. So this is going to be a 20%. We're also doing a 70% clear film on your windshield. It is totally legal. It's just going to add an invisible layer of UV and IR protection on you.
I think we've talked enough. Let's get straight into this. Finally, let's start removing this film, and then let's put the new one on.
We are reaching for the stars, but we're making this too hard, and I wonder where you are.
All right, so the rear film and the front driver's side film is in fact off, and it looks really weird. I'm not used to seeing it completely clear. And now, of course, we're moving the right side right now, but check it out. It is so clear. It looks kind of cool actually, but let's see how long it takes to get the rest of it off, and then we'll see what it looks like with it on.
You should take it slow.
So right now what's happening is he is putting the film on, and what he's going to do is he's going to measure, and he's going to start cutting around, of course making sure that it's the right size for the window. So it looks like he's doing 2 at a time, which makes sense to put this on, and then of course he'll take it off, he'll cut it, and then he'll put it on the inside. Of course he's not going to put this in on the outside, but it's a lot of precision, and it's definitely a lot of work, very time consuming, and I can see why tint places charge what they do, because there's a lot of labor involved, and there's a lot of precision, like I said, and there's really very little room for error. So it looks like he is going to be cutting right now, of course measuring. Let's see how it looks when he's done with this. And honestly, I actually also considered doing the tints myself, but after seeing just how in-depth this is, there's no way I could do it. So like I said, full respect to everyone who works on tints. This is a very tedious job. So he's mocked it up right here. Of course, he has a bit of excess that gets tucked into the actual door. Here is the tint, of course. He cut it all by hand. I have no idea how he did this, but it looks like a machine did it. He cut this all by hand with a little blade. And then of course, I assume he's gonna go ahead and put this on the inside of the window and then start pushing it into place. All right, now he's gonna go ahead and put it on. Check that out. He's actually already finished the front one right there. You can see, I can't take a good look at it though, because it is indoors and it is a little bit dirty. But right over here, you can see how he's putting it on the rear. And so one of the things that I like about Monza, actually, like sponsorship aside, genuinely, I really just like how transparent they are. Saad is the owner along with his brother, their co-owners, and what they always harp on about, and they make sure everyone knows, is that they are fully transparent. If a customer brings in a car and they want to get like a PPF or something, and paint is not perfect, they won't do it. They'll tell you why, they'll tell you that it's just not worth it, and they won't make you spend your money or waste your money on something that's just gonna look worse later down the line. And they always try to make sure that everybody knows exactly what is being done to their car. They know what's gonna be done, they know how it's gonna be done, they know if it even should be done. We were actually talking about maybe doing some sort of wrap or something in the future, and he's telling me that my paint is just not in good enough condition to do so. Of course, a lot of other wrap shops would simply hear, hey, I want to wrap my car, $3 grand, okay, go ahead, boom. And like I'm saying, this is actually just like me, my opinion. I've spoken with them, I've spoken with a lot of other wrap shops, sponsorship aside, and they are very honest about their work, and I really, really do appreciate that. All right, looks like he's finished for the most part on the side windows. Only ones left, of course, are these little corner ones right here, but they look really good from the inside and from the outside. It's hard to get a depth of like the darkness in this lighting because it's very bright and there's a lot of light coming down on it. So they do look a little bit light right now, lighter than I would like. Hopefully that's not the case once we get outside, but looks like we are starting on the rear window. Of course, he's gonna do the same thing that he did with the sides. He's gonna go ahead and put the film on here, measure it, trace it, cut it, and then I guess put it in on the inside. So he actually just finished putting the entire thing on the outside. He cut it and everything, he measured it, cut it, and he rolled it up, and now he's actually going to be putting it on the inside of the window. You can see, there we go. And watching this process is really, really satisfying. And so as far as I know, we are almost done. I'm not sure if we're gonna have time for the front windshield today, but of course you guys are gonna see it with the front windshield. So I can't show you the entire thing yet because we're still missing also these little side windows right here. But of course, as soon as the rear window is finished, I can show y'all that, and then I'll catch y'all once we get the front windshield on. That is something that I've never ever thought I would do, the front windshield tint on my car. I don't know if y'all remember what no tint looked like on the rear window. It looked ridiculous. It was really bad. I really didn't like it. But now, finally, I actually have some tint on the rear, and I'm so excited to see what it looks like, especially once we get outside. Because right now in the lighting, it's kind of, you know, it's very different to see it, but yeah. All right, the rear window is done. Check it out. That looks so good. Oh my gosh, I absolutely love it. It seriously needed something way darker in the rear because now it looks like one complete package. And you know, I think this actually brings out the black or the, you know, navy blue roof out a little bit more. And honestly, all as one piece together, this angle, unreal. All right, now it is time for the front windshield. They're gonna do the front windshield and they're gonna do the sunroof as well. I'm really excited about this because this is also gonna help dramatically with the heat. Of course, in Texas, the windshield on a black car, or pretty much a black car, is gonna suck up a lot of the heat. But with the tint, of course, there is gonna be a huge reduction in the heat. I'm really excited, so I'm gonna wait for them to go ahead and start installing the front windshield tint, as well as the tint on the sunroof. Not a lot of people think about this, but if you tint the sunroof, obviously you also get the huge benefits of the heat reduction, especially because that is probably the main part that gets the sun beaming straight down onto it and into the cabin.
We must reach for. Now which way do we go is the question to ask. There are so many choices that it's hard not to look past. What is real and what is fake, and the risk we have to take. Will we know what is throwing off our balance? We're trying to find ourselves without the defining words. We can no longer hold on to what only makes us hurt. We cannot sink into the dark. The vertigo is getting sharp. There's something greater than ourselves that we must reach for.
But he has finished it up and the car is ready. Of course, you can see now with the windshield tint, of course, matching the side windows tint and the sunroof tint. It looks really cool, but I'm gonna wait until tomorrow because right now it's a little bit dark out. I'm gonna wait until tomorrow under proper lighting conditions to check it out and see exactly what it looks like. And once again, a huge thank you to Monza Customs and Detail Works for sponsoring today's video and installing the Autobahn Ceramic i3 tint on my car. This looks so good. Let's see how it looks in the day. All right, here we go. Here are the window tints on the F10 535i. The car is a little bit dirty right now. It has been raining nonstop. It doesn't look like it right now, but it's about to rain in like 10 or so minutes. So I'm gonna try to get this as fast as I can. But you can see right here, the window tint, the front windshield just looks amazing. I mean, that looks so good. And a lot of lighting, you can't even see the driver. And that's what I like. It's way more private. It's way cooler. It's more executive. It brings a really nice touch to the entire car. Of course, as well, going around here, we have the side windows. Like I said, they are a little bit dirty, but they look just unreal. unreal. The rear shades in the rear are not up right now. They're actually down. You can see my reflection right here. With the rear shades up, it's even darker, and I love it. And the good thing about these tints is that they're not like a 5% tint. They're not super, super, super dark. You can still see through them. The camera's not really catching it very well, but you can still see straight through the windows. Not straight through, but you can see light and forms and figures, but you can't see detail. That's kind of what I wanted. A more luxurious executive look, like I said a little bit earlier. You can see here, of course, as well. Just looks so good, and of course, the rear window just looks magnificent. I love how it looks. The rear shade is up. I like to keep my rear shade up, actually. I think it looks really cool if you can see it from the inside and the outside. But with the rear shade down, of course, it's a little bit lighter. It looks so good. And like I'm saying, you can still see through. It's not like 5%. It's not like ridiculously dark. But of course, from the outside, it just looks spectacular. And from the inside, it's not that dark at all. You can see here, front windshield is not any darker. It's a little bit darker, barely. You can kind of see here on the brick wall. No tint over here, tint here. Same with the side window, but it's not bad. I know a lot of people with a lot of window tint that makes the interior look like 50% darker, even in the day. And at night, it's undrivable. This is not that. This is amazing because it's darker from the outside than it is from the inside, being a high quality ceramic tint. It's a little bit darker, but it's nothing unbearable. It's nothing like, wow, that's too dark, I can't do that. And I'm very particular with how I like my stuff. This is just right. Rear windows here, can't even tell. Rear window there, can't even tell. You can't even tell there's tint there. It's awesome. It's amazing. I love it. Like this whole combination, and of course as well, the sunroof. Check that out. You can't tell that there's tint here, but there is. And it helps so much, especially right now. I'm filming this in June, late June. It's very hot in Houston, but the tint helps it so much, especially of course with it closed. The windshield tint, the 70% windshield tint ceramic, and of course the ceramic 33% here, and the 22% in the rear, and the 22% of course in the rear window. It's amazing. I love it, and I have no complaints at all. I've been using it for about 2 or 3 months now, and I have no complaints at all. People compliment it all the time, and it just matches the look of the car, honestly. I love how it looks, I love how it feels. I have no complaints. And of course, the work done by Monza, out of this world. Extraordinary work. Every cut was precise. Everything just looks good. It fits good. It looks unreal. I absolutely love it. Now, of course, like I always say, I like to be honest. Of course, Monza did sponsor this video, so I will put their information down in the description below so that if y'all are in the Houston area or want to check them out in the Houston area, you can give them a follow on Instagram. You can go ahead and check out their shop. Really cool guys, really cool work. I'm so happy. But that is about it for this video. I hope you guys all enjoyed. I now have tint on my car, finally. I used to not like tint actually until I did it here, and then now I understand. I understand why people like tint. But yeah, that is about it for this video. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon so you'll stay notified about when the next few videos about this car drop, because there are so many more videos. It's crazy. So much more content for this car coming. Make sure to subscribe and hit the bell icon. But other than that, I do believe that's about it. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all in the next one. Take care.